Hello there, YouTube. Good morning. Today we are going to learn a few things about creating a new website. I know this topic has been done to death by a lot of people. So my focus is going to be making this process very quick. And the value that you will get out of this particular session is that you would know how to create a website without spending a single dollar except for the cost of buying the domain that you have to buy obviously, and the hosting charges that you will have to spend. There is nothing that you would have to spend apart from that. No cost for pictures, no cost for themes, nothing, absolutely nothing. And if you really put your mind to it, you can create a website in less than 2 hours, and essentially with zero technical knowledge of creating a website. So all those channels which tell you that it's very easy to create a website for yourself, they tend to have templates, and they basically sell these templates, and that's the way they make money. But hey, I learned everything pretty by myself, so I'm a believer of do it yourself. And especially in today's internet world, it's very easy to create your own website by just merely knowing a few themes that you can download. So we are just going to learn very basic things about creating a website. I'm not saying that this website will be the best, the most awesome that website that you'll have. For that, you obviously need to buy certain themes which are really good. But I think the free themes are also equally good, if not better in some cases. So you be the judge. You decide if you think that a free theme is good. So without further ado, let's get into it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a website which I've created, and you decide if that website is good or not. And this is a free theme used website. There is absolutely no money I've spent while I've created this website. So as you can see, there is a header section here. This is typically, without the header section, this would be called a single page website, because the website would only have one page. It has, as you can see, there is a parallax option, there is an image behind it, you have links to your clients, you have a services section where you can talk about various services that your client provides. You have an about us section, so you can even talk about that. Then you also have the team section where you can talk about the team that is your management team. You have a customer testimonial section where you can ask your customers to provide valuable feedback on the work that you've done. you This is also called as a ribbon section. I will explain all of this to you. There is a contact section, and there is also a contact map with a social media link. So this is typically called a one pager website. Now there are some of us who want to get a little more detailed website built for our clients, which gets into specifics of each services. Now that's also part of this particular website, and I have created various sections. So if you see, there is a services section, and within the service section you have got subsections, which in the web technology parlance is called a child theme. So it sits within a section, so this is a subsection, and you also have a number of sections here. So I can go and click any of the section, and it takes me to another page where I can provide my inputs and details, and it goes to the client. So this is the website I'm going to talk to you about, and I will tell you how I created this website. It was very simple to create this website, and I have spent absolutely no money creating this website. It was created absolutely free of cost. The only cost, as I mentioned, was the cost of buying the domain and hosting it. Now, so let's just go further and see what are the various domain options that you can buy from the net. Now, most of you who are trying to create website know that the big ones are GoDaddy, and you also have HostGator, and I think there is another one called Bluehost. I'm not very sure, and you can choose which one you want to. So GoDaddy is equally good. You have Bluehost, which is also good, and of course you got HostGator, which is also good. I would desist from going and buying a domain in a smaller company, for one reason, because what I've realized is that I have previously bought a website in a smaller domain, and I can tell you what domain it was. It was called Arvix, and while this is a good web hosting site, the support that they provide after you buy their service or the hosting server is not really good. So I would suggest go with the top three. Go either with GoDaddy, go with HostGator, or Bluehost. All of these are good. Today, most of the web hosting companies provide this hosting site at almost similar price. So if you look at the price point, every one of them is providing it at very similar pricing points. So there's not much of a advantage you're going to get if you buy from one particular domain versus another. And this is the best thing to do. So instead of going and buying an unknown web hosting service agent who will not be available over the weekend, who will not provide 24/7 support, you are much better buying space in a known server company. So I personally went ahead and bought my website in HostGator, and I have not regretted it. This is the HostGator website, and they have various plans. You have got a Hatchlink plan, I believe. So if you click the Get Started button, you would see various plans, and Hatchlink, Baby, and Business plans are available. All these plans have different purposes, but for our purpose today, I think for most of the things that we are going to do, all we need to do is just buy a Hatchlink plan. This plan comes with various options, so you can choose a 5-year plan versus a 3-year plan versus a 2-year plan. Now when I click the buy option, it will ask me if I already have a domain, and if I don't have a domain, I can say no, I don't have a domain. If I have a domain, I can say yes, I do have a domain. So let's just say if you don't have a domain, what do you do? So if you don't have a domain and you want to create a new domain, let's just say your domain is going to be squarical.com. So search for Squarical, and don't bother clicking any of these, because they really are just add-ons, and they're trying to sell you some of these services which really are of not too much consequence if you're going to be creating a basic simple website. So just click on that. It will tell you if the domain is available. In this case it's available. You merely then have to just add it to your cart and say checkout. Very simple, very intuitive, no technical knowledge required here. And this is the domain and the website. So this is your domain, squarical.com, and you have your hosting server, which is the Hatchlink plan that we had selected for 5 years, and you can have both of them bundled together. You can of course buy the domain and the server from separate websites. There's absolutely no reason that you have to buy it from the same hosting provider, but it's quite simple, because why bother buying it from two websites and club it together? All that requires too much of integration, systems integration work. Why bother with that? It's really simple here. You can just do this. If you have a code, enter your code. Pretty simple. Continue. I will stop here because the process from here is very intuitive. The next step is basically buying it, so you'll have to either choose a credit card option or any of the e-wallet options that you have and buy the domain. What we'll do is we will come back after assuming that we have made our choice of buying a website through one of these domains, and we will then start talking about installing any of the content management systems. WordPress is what I'm going to use, and then installing themes, installing plugins, and basically creating a website. So I'll stop here, and what I want to do is thank you for watching this video, and if you have any particular comments, please put them in the comment section so I can improve in my next video. Thank you and see you soon.